Hello, it's Jeanette, Crafty Dork, here with another mixed media. So let's get stuck into it and see what the sticks tell us today. Use string or twine. Use beads. 3 shades of one colour. Doodle. Gesso, a few spots. And in that I would mean, it could mean little spots, or it could mean using your card to put a little few bits, whatever you fancy. Use a tag. You might want to gesso your tag. Add hearts. Stamp over a stencil, that's a different one, and use coloured pencils. Okay. So let's have a look what I've decided to use. Use string or twine. I've decided to get 3 colours of blue. So that's 3 shades. And for the beads, I've just got, there's probably 3 different shades in there. So I don't know what we'll use there. So it's the twine, and I think using the 3 shades is covered in those 2. Doodle, so I've got myself a, oops, a daisy, there it goes. I'm going to be good and not swear this time. I think I said a S word last time. I'll doodle with that. I have my gesso. I have some random words, and I've just got, because they were out, the quote chips and some big chaps, so we'll find something in those, I'm sure. Use a tag. Well, I've got a piece of cardstock that's in a tag shape. I've got a tag that was from the Light and Easy when we did that, and I've also got a paint chip in a blue, so we'll see which one of those goes. Add hearts. I've just picked out 2 heart punches, and I've got a piece of cardstock that might just work there. Stamp over a stencil. This is going to be interesting. I've got this stencil, and I thought by going over those little holes with, it's a Gothic script little stamp, we'll see what happens there. And coloured pencils, I've got my little pot of coloured pencils up there, so we'll see what happens. I think first I'll do the background, and we will see how things go from there. Like I always say, it doesn't have to be perfect, because mine will not ever be perfect. It's a, yeah, let me put those back in the tin. And we will get the old book out. Now this time I've not gessoed my page. I thought it was stamping and such that I've just pulled out of one of my sketchbooks some white paper. So that's in case I want to do with that. So we're right. Okay, so this will be my page to play on. This will be my page to put our prompts on, and I guess I can overlap them a bit because it's a 12 by 12, and if anyone's interested, it's a, what's it, the Crafters Workshop template, and it is called Grandma's Doily. Okay, so we'll see how we go. Now I'm just going to lift this up, and I've got a big paper clip there. I've got a bulldog clip here that might work, and that should always, no washi tape, wouldn't it rot your socks? did I say I hope you're all well? Everyone's fighting fit today. I'm out here at Wallaroo. It's a beautiful sunny day. I am doing this a little bit ahead so I can get myself organised for a change. But it's a beautiful sunny day. Probably won't stay that way forever, will it? We are getting autumn into winter. Well, I don't know, my garden, I've got daffodils coming up, I've got bluebells coming up. It's weird. Now, because we're doing blue in different shades, I thought, well, I'll stick to the blue theme and try and be a little bit organised. Now, what's this? That way, I think. And all I'm doing is just getting it onto my stamp, and that's gone straight onto the stencil and not onto the page. When I tried it before, it did go onto the page, so we'll just take it a little bit slower perhaps, eh? I was going to put it onto a block, and then I thought, well, the block won't get into those little nooks and crannies very well, so neither is this. Perhaps I need to just do it like that on the side. Yeah, that's doing it better, so I'll just roll the... I did have a little practice with a couple of stencils to see which... I had one that looked like bricks, and that just did nothing. I thought it might just sort of outline a little bit and didn't do a thing. Then I had one that had, instead of the brick shape, it just did the outline of the brick around the edge of the brick, like the mortar. No, that didn't look any good, so I thought, I'll do this one and see. This would look better than any of the other. And by that stage I was sick of going through. I kept looking at all the doilies, trying to visualise, or doilies, all the stencils, trying to visualise what was going to turn out like. So I thought, no, we'll just... And I'll do a few that are like second generation, so that it's not all the one shade, so it will come sort of darker, lighter. And if I really had my thinking cap on, I'd first generation here, second generation, perhaps the next one, and then the next one do, you know, the third stamp off, and that would really give a nice effect as you sort of go from the centre out. But Jeanette's not that smart at the moment. Might get smarter as we go along, you never know, do you? So we'll finish this off. Last video I was going to edit again, and I still haven't got it. I just find that stopping and starting works for me. The only thing that I need to really do is watch the full video through, so that I don't get hubby coming in and saying bad words, or me going off to make a coffee and forgetting to, you know, turn things on and off. But I find just stopping and starting probably the easiest for me at the moment way of editing, or, you know, doing the videos. So, you know, if you have any likes or dislikes of what I'm doing, just please let me know. I take all constructive criticism on board. I really like to learn and to teach others. So, you know, so that doesn't look too bad, does it? It's a different. I'll clean that off after. It's a little bit different. And what pops to me straight away is a heart in the centre. So I'm just going to punch that out. I just sort of looked at it and thought, that's what I need to put in there. So I'm going to punch one out. And this is I'm Stampin' Up. It's an older punch. So I'm going to add that one. Oh, I might be giving up the ghost. I think I'll put... Now, we're getting all this in. Not quite, no. I think last time I had to go up a bit higher, didn't I? So that's better. Okay. Now, let's see if I can get the other one. Because I think this is a bit smaller and it's a bit of a different. And that punches a lot better. Not that it's made the difference to the shape. And I may not use all these, but I just thought I'll punch them all out, get what I can out of the piece, and then it's done. This was I think it was Graphic 45, the steampunk steampunk series. Anyway, we'll see. That looks, at the moment, that's what we're doing. And now, so I've done the background, and I think that looks fairly cool. What next? What we're going to do with the twine, let's put some on and see what I can do, because it's not going to be as multimedia this time, is it really? For me, anyway. You guys might do it entirely differently, but let's see. Use up some of these twines and things that I've had sitting in my stash for years and years and years. Just wonder whether you have a few little hearts popped around the place. I'll probably need different colours though now. Let's turn it over. That won't matter, will it? But it's still got blue on the other side. And you could have that. I've lost all my nails behind there, so they're just coming down somehow. Okay. Coloured pencils, a few gesso bits, the tag. Tag could slot in the back there. See if I can lay it out a little bit for a change and just and then I could just doodle all around it, couldn't I? Stamp over my stencil I've done. I've added the hearts. I've got the string and twine there. Pencils and gesso, the tags there. 3 shades of colour are there. Doodle, the words and the beads. The words could go on that. Tag. Big chat. I'm just going to pop these down. Oops. Yes, I like that. So hopefully it's going to be a very easy, quick and easy one this week. And then you, for me, and you guys can do all the fancy with lots of stuff happening in it. How about that? I could ink these, you could do that. I could add plain light blue or something like that in there just to add a bit of different colour through. But I quite just like the simplicity of having that. Now I'm just going to blob there. I might just cut that in half. Didn't need as much as that. And just lay those in there. I don't think we believe in ourselves as much as we should. I think we all sort of say, oh God, oh, that's no good, yours is better than mine, and all the rest of it. Whereas I think we all, Nat and I were only saying this the other night, we all sort of tend to think that we're not good enough, that our products or the things that we're doing aren't up to scratch. Now, your standard and my standard are probably different, and I think, you know, and it's not right, it's not wrong. We are all different, we're all made from different parents, come from different backgrounds, and do things differently. So to me, what you do is beautiful, what I do is beautiful, and we just, you know, that's it. We all create in our own way different things. It sounds a bit weird, doesn't it? I think I was better stop raving on, but yeah. Okay, now I might just go around the edges. I don't know if that's the right colour brown, perhaps a little bit darker one. Haven't used these for a while, so I actually think they were the kids, and you know, when they leave home they leave all this stuff behind. Well, they might not get these back unless one of them realises I've got them and they want them for their kids. So I might just do just around the edges in that to just highlight. I've just got a bit of the blue there that's not quite letting me draw as I'd like to, but that's fine. Is it going to go on there? It did. Took the paint off, but that's okay. I think I've got one of those Stabilo pencils somewhere. That would be ideal. but it doesn't say to use that, does it? Well, I suppose it's a coloured pencil, it's black. So this one there's no painting or anything really involved if you don't want to, which is different to what we're normally doing, isn't it? I like that. I like. Okay, what should I do around the edge there? Perhaps to match in with this, perhaps we'll do a yellowy.
Going for a swim.
Okay, love, I'll see you when you get back. He's going for a swim. What is it? April, nearly May, and he's still swimming. He says the water's beautiful at the moment, so I'll believe him. The dogs love it, so it keeps him going. It's good for his he's got what do you call it, spondylitis in his back. This is my husband we're talking about, and it helps with that, his back pain. So this girl should go with him too. But okay, now what have we got left to do? The beads. I've sort of doodled there, haven't I? But I did want to do some other sort of doodling, so we'll get to that in a minute. The beads. So I've done the stamp over the stencil, add the hearts, twine, coloured pencils, a few dots I haven't done. I've used the tag, I've used the 3 shades of colour, the words, beads, gesso, and doodling. Wow, and we're nearly done. So with the beads, I was going to do that last. I'll do that last. So what I thought I'd do here is just don't want to do it in black, do I? Perhaps I'll doodle it in the pencils, because I thought what I could do is just go around some of these words and see if I think this is going to be making a rod for my back. I'm going to have to do it all, aren't I? But so it's something different. I don't know that it really looks like Grandma's doily, but perhaps it looks like Grandma's doily once we've cut some bits off of it for our journals, junk journals and stuff. That could be it. So there's tomorrow. I'm going to do the stitch of the month. So that's how I'm actually filming ahead, because usually the stitch of the month comes before this. But I just had all the multimedia stuff, mixed media I'll call, out to do a video for my channel, and I thought, while all the gear's here and it's all messy, I'll do this. And so tomorrow I'll do the stitch of the month, which will be stem stitch this time, and that will come out before this video. Well, that's okay, isn't it? I could stop this but I thought I'll just keep on going, and you can. Now another part I guess I could do with this is shade the areas in here, which I won't do with you guys, but I may go back in and do it later. We'll see how I feel once I've done this. So I've been going since early this morning, so it's sort of getting to the stage that this nanny needs a nap. Well, not a nap, but you know, lay down, stretch out, flatten out. I might just go in and get tea organised. Then I can come back again and have another bit of a play. Okay, so that's what's happened to that. I think it would look nice doing it, like shading it with a, if I've got a lighter, that's a, where won't it matter, under here. I think it would look nice, wouldn't it? Yeah. So I will afterwards, I'll do a little bit of this and pop it in the thumbnails so that you can see the finished effect. But yeah, it doesn't look bad actually. Just sort of on the edges, on the side of the pencil. Little lines there of where the glue that I popped, I used a fabric or 450 glue underneath on the paper, and it's showing through when I do the pencils. So I'll keep going, don't I? Just don't want to stop now that I've started. I want to see what it's going to look like. Yeah, that's funny how the glue just it's picked up that glue from underneath. Now with the gesso, it says spots, didn't it? So spots. Okay. Ooh. Get one of my little paint brushes. I want one that's got a, looks like they're all the same. Is that one? No, that's the same too. I just want a tiny little end. It's smaller, so we'll use that one. Okay, so in my head, put a spot over here and a spot over there and a lot of little spots in the air everywhere. Now she's losing it, isn't she? That's what you get for having grandkids, and you play with them and you sing to them, which I love. I love their little faces as you sing a song, and they don't know what it's gonna be, and they're just waiting and waiting to hear the whole song so that you can then teach me, Nanny. Just love it. Is anyone else like that? They just love singing to their grandkids and having fun with them like that. Our little 16-month-old one is learning so quick. I mean, the others picked it up quick too. I mean, you know, you can't say they didn't, but this little one, because she's our last little baby, you sort of wanted to stay a little baby forever, and she's not. She's just coming into a little girl instead of staying a baby. And I guess we missed probably the first 9 months of her life, I think it was, when COVID was in and we couldn't get to have cuddles, or we just had to look through the window and have little coffee dates. Simon would bring our coffee out to us and we'd sit and have little chats through the windows. And yeah, well, there you go, that's something different, isn't it? So at least I've done different today. The stars last week, now we've got little spots. Okay, right, so that one goes back up there. So we have, okay, we have done the gesso a few spots, we've doodled around there, and now we've got the beads. And what I'm going to do for the beads is pop little bits of, get the goobers off the end. Okay, so I'll start up here where I've got the light on this side, and it's because I'm right-handed, it's making shadows, and I now can't see where I put the glue. Let's hope I can yeah. These were beads from my sister Denise. Thank you very much, Denise. I don't think you watch my videos, but thank you anyway. Very talented lady in her own right. She used to make teddy bears and dolls, and oh my goodness, how stinking cute were they. I think at the moment she's with the Ambos, and a lot of her time's taken up there and building a new home. Well, her and her husband are building a new home. So I won't bore you with the rest of this. I'll come back when it's done and show you because this is all that needs to be done now, and I'll show you the end result when it's finished. Okay. Yeah, we're 33 minutes, so I'll pause. Okay, so there we are, all done, and I think it's pretty cool. Oh, why is it flickering? Because it does, it's white, I guess. Okay, so I've got all my sequins, beads on, I mean, and just did the little bit of shading. I put my date, month, put my thing in here. Need to just tick that I've used beads, and we're all done. Didn't even need the 2 prompts. So I hope you enjoy this one. I did. It's a little bit different, and yeah, a little bit different. So if you like this, please give me a thumbs up, and if you are new to my channel and enjoyed today's video, think about subscribing, and hit that notification bell so that you will get some more videos in the future. So until we meet again, happy crafting, and bye for now.